icon of the liberty movement, and he's predicted the crumbling of the American crony capitalist anti-free market mafia system. And now Putin and others have said, we'll take the chemical weapons away. We'll stop war any way we can. Bashar Assad says, I don't want another crazy war. Your al-Qaeda is attacking us. It's all on record. And now it's all coming out, and Democratic Republican senators like Mendez say they want to vomit over Putin insulting us, saying we've been great friends with America to fight Hitler. We want to work with you now. Please let's stop war. Give peace a chance. John Lennon. And their answer is, we want to vomit on you. So I want to get Lew Rockwell, who, again, really has his finger on the pulse and has predicted so much of this in his writings at lewrockwell.com, to give us his take on where we are. Because Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, the New York Sun, Conrad Black, all these people have said what I'm saying. I see this as the beginning of the fall of the Soviet Union. 1987, if we were East Germany, before 1989, 1989 for 1991. I think it's already collapsed. The numbers show that. Dominant media is no longer dominant. Lew Rockwell, what's your take on this point we're at in history, sir?
Well, it certainly has been going on for a while, Alex. I mean, I think we can actually trace it back to George Bush and company's invasion of Iraq, into the real estate bubble the Federal Reserve deliberately created in order to allegedly make things better, and of course the bust from that. So we've had all kinds of economic troubles, all kinds of invasions of other countries, bombings of other countries, dronings of other countries. And I know the neocons find this very hard to conceive of. People don't like to be bombed. They don't like to be droned. They don't want their countries destroyed and their wedding parties blown up and little children out picking up firewood blown up by a drone. And, well, who cares about that? That's just collateral damage. So I think this has been going on for some time. I think you're absolutely right. I think the empire is beginning to crumble around the edges, as all empires do, because they're not economically viable operations. So what's happening right now, I think this op-ed by Putin in the New York Times was really pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Putin and everything he's ever been and everything he's ever done, but these days he certainly seems to be speaking the truth. A friend of mine the other day referred to him as the leader of the free world. Well, I said, no, that's Ron Paul is the leader of the free world, but Putin is acting much more like the leader of the free world than Barack Obama is.
Well, he's acting sane. He doesn't want World War III.
No, and, you know, one of the things about the neocons I've always thought, they seem to have a crazy gene. I mean, they seem to be slightly wacko, slightly insane, in addition to being warmongers like the Rockefellers and other interest groups. They really are nutty, and Putin is right to say, look, there's something wrong when you tell the whole world we're exceptional, we're the best, the regular rules don't apply to us. However, we can apply the regular rules to you. We can bomb you, we can invade your country, we can use any kind of weapon on you, white phosphorus, Agent Orange, napalm, and depleted uranium, and so forth. And you can't say boo about it. We're allowed to do it because, you know, we rule the world. We can conquer anybody, bomb anybody. Needless to say, people are sick of that. Putin is exactly right. It's wrong. No country should have that view. Various enterprises, of course, over the course of human history have had that view. Ancient Babylon, Assyria, Egypt, more recently ancient Rome, more recently still the British Empire,
Napoleon.
Now the U.S. Empire.
Absolutely. So at the point we're at, my concern is, how will the empire strike back? Because, God forbid, peace is breaking out here. I mean, they ought to give Putin a peace prize or Ron Paul a peace prize. Why not have a movement to recall Obama's peace prize? I think symbolically that would damage this warmonger.
Well, it'd be great, although, of course, as you know, Alex, there have been some other creeps who've gotten the peace prize. Henry Kissinger and other war criminals besides Obama have gotten it. But I'd love to see it withdrawn, yes. And I think... but what's happening is it's being withdrawn in the hearts of the American people, in the minds of the American people, and in people all around the world. No government can stand against that. That's why they had to try to get a congressional vote. That's why all the propaganda to try to convince us it was a good idea to have yet another anti-Muslim war in the Middle East that would have resulted in the deaths of millions of Christians and other religious minorities in Syria. So people are withdrawing their consent from the government. The government cannot stand against it. I think we've got interesting times ahead from an economic standpoint, but from a political